Alright, it's Friday, June 13th. This is my Anatomy of a Song series, continuing now. I think this might be number 14 or so. And this is kind of a weird song. Something sparked within my brain yesterday, and I was like, I should do baseball on the radio. This is a really early song that I wrote maybe over close to 15 years ago or something like that. I had to relearn how to play it. It's simple chords, simple, almost like a soul song, but there's a weird bridge part that's like a heavy riff that I had to figure out again, which kind of goes up the guitar, like playing riffs up here again. But we'll get to that later. Luckily I had like a demo recording of this from, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago. I remembered like I should pick my best songs and make a demo. I had that idea like, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. And this was one of the songs I really liked that I wanted to kind of make a demo recording. Of course, it's not professional. It's just what I'm doing today. It was just showing the blueprint of the song and how the song goes and the influences that probably led to me writing this. And this whole album's kind of weird. The album's also called Baseball on the Radio, and it's about a dream I had of a nuclear bomb like hitting a baseball field. And yeah, it was a really strange nightmare I had a long time ago. And it kind of made me want to write this album for some reason. It's kind of a dystopian album. It gets kind of dark. And this song has some of that in there. It does have some minor chords. And good, I go back to A minor because I love A minor. But I'm playing this 0 2 0 1 0. It's like a different version of it. But that's basically the atmosphere I wanted to provide throughout this album, because it is like a concept of that general nightmare I had. And I don't usually remember my dreams, or if I do remember them now, I don't even pay attention to it because it's kind of a waste. I'm not a dream person. Nobody wants to hear about my dreams. There's one of my favorite lines, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is when Dennis is making fun of someone for saying, nobody wants to hear about your dreams, because it's so true. When somebody approaches you and says, oh man, you won't believe this dream I had last night, you're automatically like, oh god damn it, I don't want to hear about this shit. So I won't talk about the concept much more than that. But that's a weird dream to have. Like, I remember waking up, like, you know, the very cliche thing, you wake up in a cold sweat because you just think you got blasted by a nuclear bomb and shit. So yeah, it was fucking weird. So yeah, this album, I don't know why I put it together like that. Baseball on the radio. Baseball might be the one sport. I wrote about this in my book when I wrote about this album. And again, this is like the second or third album I created. Like, really put the time in on the lyrics and everything. When I had to edit these songs back in 2022, it was probably the easiest album I edited in terms of lyrics and kind of putting a structure together. Because I already did that like a decade ago. I really, when I would go do laundry or just go anywhere, I always had this album in my head to kind of polish it, whatever I was doing. And luckily I saved it all, and even if I didn't have those recordings saved from over a decade ago, it would have taken me a long time to figure out the tempo and the chord changes and stuff. So anyone who's just starting as a songwriter, even if your songs sound like non-existent as songs, you don't even know what they are yet, just record everything, man. And it's going to help you at some point. It might make you want to go a little loopy when you go back and listen to all your shitty recordings, because you're going to have tons of shit that you don't want to listen to, but some of that stuff is going to stick, and like, that's a cool melody, that's a cool riff, and you'll put a song together like that. At least that's how I did it. I'm not saying it's for everyone to do it like this. Some people can sit down and write a song in 20, 30 minutes and put it all together that quickly. I don't know if I've done that, but very rarely do I have like a melody pops in my head and then I have to pick up the guitar and form a song. It usually doesn't happen like that. It's like I have to wait for the muse to notice that I'm trying to write something, and then the muse will hit me and be like, all right, he's working kind of hard. Let me give him some inspiration. Maybe that's usually how it worked. Like, usually within like an hour of jamming, then I start thinking of things that could be cool. Or maybe 20, 30 minutes into it, I start forming stuff that sounds weird. And this song isn't weird at all. It's very simple. It's maybe 3 chords for the verse. The verse, the chorus, and the outro section are all the same chords. Like, it's almost like a Bob Dylan song. Like, sometimes he would just write verse after verse, and there's very little changes or bridges or anything. I think when I went to edit this song over a decade ago, that's why I added the bridge riff, which is completely different than the verses and everything, because the song was rather boring in terms of the chord progression, just doing the same thing over and over again. And yeah, I'm starting to notice that a lot of my songs are like that, where the verse and the chorus are pretty much the same thing, just sung differently, different dynamics. And I don't know, if it works, it works. Like, I don't care about the technical craftsmanship of my songs, or if it's, I'm not trying to reinvent shit or impress people with this stuff. Well, yeah, I want to impress people. Like, ideally, I want to make these songs a reality, but when I first set out to write a song, I'm not like, oh, this song's gonna blow people away, man. Like, I never really think like that. I can't do technical stuff, so yeah, that's not in my mental landscape or anything like that. And yeah, there's a cool riff in this, but I don't think it's that complicated. Like I always do, I pick up my guitar and I kind of form this song composition without double or second guessing myself. The first thing that pops in my head is how I'm going to play this song once I can sing it in the right key, at least. Originally I was playing it starting with an E major. Do do do. And it kind of reminded me of the Decemberist song Oceanside. And about and I was going to go in that direction, and then when I listened to the original recording, it's actually a G, and it fit my voice a little bit better. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's a very simple melody, which is good for me because I can't sing. I could at least keep this somewhat interesting with the vocalizations that I have. And for people who can sing and can really belt stuff out, maybe you would appreciate this song more if you can sing it and you like the melody. I think it's really cool melody. Like I'm trying to pick songs with good vocal melodies to mask the fact that I can't really sing too well. But if the vocal melody's there, it could be tweaked later. I'm not saying to use weird effects or anything. I'll just have to keep practicing and practicing. So that's what I came up with. And because I came up with this, it goes G, 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 then A minor, and then it goes to C. But I didn't like how that sounded. So I played this chord instead. And it sounds more alive or something, I don't know. I guess I want to play it with the top string. I'll just play X 0 0 5 3 3. Whatever that chord's called. It's like a C chord, but I'm sure it's some kind of weird technical name for it. It just sounds pretty cool. And it fit this style better, so I guess I'll get right into the song since I'm already talking about the chord arrangements and everything. And yeah, it's another simple song, but I feel like I don't even have to say that anymore because it's a folk song. I wrote this song very early on in my songwriting career, and maybe every song on I think there's 12 songs on the album Baseball on the Radio, and nearly every song is simple, very folky, 3-4 chords, and that's about it. There's a couple weirder ones that get kind of psychedelic, but yeah, even this one has some weird parts, and when I get to the outro, like I want kind of like a children's choir in the background. Like I have all these weird thoughts about this song to make it more appealing and more unique than just 3 chords over and over again. So yeah, I'll get right into it. Last week I kind of rambled more than usual, so I'll get right into the song this time. This is called Baseball on the Radio. Like I said, the verse, the chorus, and the outro are all the same chord progressions. But you can mix it up to make it more interesting with dynamics, different instrumentation. I hear a backing choir, which I would prefer. Like I hear children's voices because it's kind of a weird juxtaposition of this song's kind of about like witnessing a nuclear bomb attack. And I've recently, I didn't watch the whole series, but Amazon did that Fallout series recently, maybe last year or so. And it was pretty cool in terms of the cinematography, at least. The first episode shows like nuclear bombs going off in California, and it's just crazy to look at. There's that movie in the 80s that scared the shit out of people about nuclear war and shit. I don't know why this idea popped in my head. This is over 10 years ago, maybe something I was watching back then. That's usually where your dreams are formed, I guess. And it ties into the children's choir because that's kind of a weird thing. A song about nuclear war, and then you have like a happy, innocent children's choir singing. I just think it's kind of an interesting combination, but I don't know where this song's gonna go. I'm just kind of putting out ideas that I have. All right, so this is the basic The basic song structure begins with a G chord. When I first played this today, for the first time in a long time, I haven't played this song since probably 2022 when I was putting this song back together again. And it reminded me of Carl Blau. There's a song he did called Falling Rain. I think it's a cover song, but he does it in a really cool way. And it has that kind of same, a similar groove to it where you just want to relax. If you don't know Carl Blau, B-L-A-U, and I don't know a lot of his stuff, but his song Falling Rain, which is a cover of someone else. But yeah, that's the one song I heard on the radio many years ago that just totally knocked me out. It's a very peaceful summer song. And this song kind of reminded me of that. And so that's basically that is how the verse goes. And I'll try to sing it now the best I can. Baseball on the radio. Took a walk outside. Felt the blizzard. I'm trying to work it out. With baseball on the radio. Took a walk outside. Felt the breeze unfold. So it's very simple. My voice is a little bit worse today than it usually is. It's a little bit rough. Do, do, do. So I'll kind of do the melody like that to give you a better idea. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. A baseball on the radio. Took a walk outside. Felt the breeze unfold. Crows came down when the sirens drove. They redrew their lines in the ashen mold. With baseball on the radio. Saw a good man die. Heard the trumpets blow. So that's the basic verse. 3 verses, very simple, one after the other. I don't think you need to add anything else. You could put some weird stuff in between if you want to. But I feel like the verses just go one after another without any kind of a break in between. This song makes me want to whistle it too, but I can't whistle. Like, I can't whistle the right key that I'm trying to whistle in. But if anything, maybe the only instrumental break would be like a whistle thing. Because that's kind of weird too. Like, whistling is always like a happy type of feeling. But you're whistling as you're watching a nuclear bomb hit a baseball field. It's kind of fucking weird. Something like that. It kind of makes it really fucking weird at that point. If you add whistling plus a children's choir, it's just an interesting way to approach a topic that's so depressing and terrifying as like nuclear bombs and shit. Yes, you could put a solo if you want. Those three verses, I feel like they flow together pretty well, but after that third verse, then you could maybe come up with the whistling and put a solo in there. Now, the chorus is the same chords as the verse, but I hear it now. The Otis Redding voice comes in my head, where I'm like, the Otis Redding voice, that really guttural, soulful shit. That's what I kind of hear now. When you get to the chorus, it becomes more powerful and more dynamic, I guess. I can't do this, so I'm going to sing it the best I can with the limitations of my vocals. And how many times, again, you would have some kind of chorus in the background. Maybe not a children's choir yet, just some background vocals, that's all. And how many times must we come to an end? Must we fuck with the stars till the whole damn thing resets? Oh, I'll do this again. And how many times must we come to an end? That's where I hear the soulful. Well, we come to an end. Must we fuck with the stars until the whole damn thing resets? So yeah, you get that. Hopefully you get the vision I have at least. I can't sing it the way I want to sing it, which is normal for me when I do these videos, but I'm not going to let it frustrate it. frustrate me too much. And how many times must we come to an end? How many times? You could probably have that background going through every line of this. Must we fuck with the stars until the whole damn thing resets? Uh-huh, uh-huh. So we got through the verse. I kind of got through the chorus. The best that I can do right now, at least. Now, after that chorus, you could probably add some guitar stuff if you want. Maybe more whistling, if that's cool. I kind of like the whistling aspect of it because it's such a weird juxtaposition, like I said, of having these images of you're just going through your normal everyday routine, grabbing a cup of coffee, going outside to get the paper, or putting on the radio to listen to a baseball game, and then, oh shit, a nuclear bomb. Like, it's just a weird kind of... It makes you think, like, your daily routine, how stressful you get over your daily bullshit, how unimportant it really is most of the time. But because you're in that bubble of the media telling you these things every day and the thoughts that go through your head every day, you think you're so important to the general scheme of civilization or the universe, where, you're not. Your thoughts are stupid and meaningless. Don't let that get you down. It's actually kind of a freeing thing, I think. Because some people would be like, oh, that's so negative way to look at life, that your thoughts are meaningless. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying the people who take themselves so seriously and think whatever conflicts they're going through and all that shit, and everyone does it. The people think like that. They wake up with the same cycle of thoughts that just go round and round like a fucking gerbil going on one of those machines in your head. And it's just, maybe that's kind of the point of this song, which is, I like the whistling because I just picture some dude in his robe drinking his morning coffee or getting ready to listen to a baseball game. And, oh shit, is that a nuclear bomb? Like, it's just something weird like that. So that could be kind of cool. It's a cool way to separate the stuff, at least. Then it goes back to another verse. There's 2 more verses of this song. Then the bridge, and then the outro. So I'll try to play it all now to get the general spirit of this song going. Hopefully people get an idea of how the song goes, even though I'm separating it and I'm speaking my nonsense in between the parts. The baseball on, the radio, swept the message high. Back to the chorus. And how many times must we come to an end? Must we fuck with the stars until the whole damn thing resets? So you go through the chorus again, maybe you add like an instrumental there. Now, this is going to sound like it doesn't fit into the song, but this is the bridge part that I came up with a little bit later. And it's kind of heavy. So you finish that chorus. Now you're going to go to... Originally, I had this song titled Baseball on the Radio, and then I put a hyphen or a slash. Baseball on the Radio, I lit a fire, because it's kind of two songs in one. So after that chorus, and I might have to come up with a better transition to the bridge. Maybe something like that. It's something like that. I'm going to have to edit this part because I'm losing how this goes. They lit a fire. They lit a fire. Alright, so the bridge riff is basically to separate this song into very peaceful verse and chorus, and then you get to like the bipolar part of the song. And I'm going to play the riff now, and then I'll try to sing it. Basically, that's how it goes. I say basically too much. That's how right now, that's how the bridge riff would go. I lit a fire, shot through the sky, cold can't sing it and do it at the same time. They lit a fire, shot through the sky, colder than any winter could prevent desire. They lit a fire, they lit a fire. I think the transition back to the final outro is really cool from that chord. And you slow it back down again. I like that part a lot. I think I need to find a way to transition from the chorus to the bridge riff better. Maybe I'll try to figure something out later. I think something like that would work. So, the whole damn thing resets. I'm gonna have to work on that one part to come up with something. The transition is kind of weird to me. I think that works. I think that's what I'll go with. So after the chorus, na, 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 na. You just go to this simple chord here, X 0 0 0 9 8 0. Zero zero 9 8 0. One, two. I really like the transition back to the verse. I'm just working on the transition from the chorus to that part. So it'll probably be something similar to what I just came up with. Because this chord kind of works to bind the two together. It'll be one of those, like, you know, those songs where you'll see a band live and you think the song is over, but it's like a fake out. That's kind of what I'm going for. You think the song is over and people even start clapping, but the band is just fucking with you, and then they just come back and jam. That's kind of what I'm going for, like a fake, false ending to the song. So yeah, I say this almost every week that if I was with other studio musicians or talented people who know how to write songs a little bit, how to put songs together, you know, I'm talking about all instruments, whatever other instruments and vocals would be in this song. That would be the point where I need to like get assistance from other people. How do we put this song to bind it all together? It would be something similar to that, though. I like the effect of giving the audience a fake ending and then waiting maybe 5-6 seconds. There's a Smashing Pumpkins song off of Siamese Dream that does that. I just listened to the new Swans album. There's some parts like that in the new Swans album, and it's just a cool effect. I always like that. The new Rancid album had a really cool part where it like stops completely and then just comes back. Yeah, it's kind of a cliche thing to do, but I like it. I love that stuff. When a song pretends to be over, and then I'll link that Rancid song too, because they did it in a really interesting way off their latest album. I forget what song it was, but I'll link it. I'll remember it later. Alright, so anyway, the bridge is the most technical, difficult part to get through, but once you're done with that bridge, then you're home free. You go back to the verse, and this could go on for, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes. This is when I picture the kids' choir coming in eventually. Children's choir is always kind of a cool effect. Pink Floyd probably did it the best with the "We don't need no education." That's probably the coolest thing that I could think of with the kids' choir. Swans does it sometimes, not really with the same level of voices, but they always have like a child's voice. and that's creepy. When swans, their type of music, and they have like a child vocalist, it makes it really creepy and interesting. So yeah, there's numerous examples of rock songs using like the vocalizations of a children choir, childlike innocence that it develops like that. The car we leave today. So the ending is the same chords. Pack the car we leave today. Pack the car we leave today. Pack the car we leave today. We leave today. Pack the car 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 we leave today. That's the children's choir. I'm not going to try to do that. Pack the car we leave today. But that's the general outro of this song. It's a repetitive melody that just goes on and on. This is the song that doesn't end. And you could have another voice as well going, baseball on, baseball on, pack the car on the radio. You could overlap vocals on this and make it interesting. Make the ending memorable like that, which is always good. What's the catharsis of this song? I don't know. The dude sees a nuclear bomb and then he's like, we should probably get the fuck out of town. And that's the end of the story, right? Like, this is song number 7 on this album. I don't know if I actually resolved the whole story of this concept, but this is kind of the midway point. I guess this will be side B, the first song. And yeah, I really put a lot of time into the sequence of this album and getting the songs to flow correctly and kind of putting a narrative to this whole thing. And I don't think this song really resolves the story. It's just, what would you do if you saw a nuclear bomb go off? What the hell are you gonna do? You just get your family and get the hell out? Probably people will go like raid the grocery store, get a bunch of canned goods, load up their station wagons. I'm picturing like 1980s, like a station wagon, like those old ones that look like wooden station wagons, like Harry and the Hendersons. Maybe I'm picturing this whole story taking part in the 80s when the Cold War was going on. Pack the car we leave today. 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 Pack the car. Pack the car we leave. America we leave today. You get the idea. It could go on for a while. This goes back to Carl Blau, Falling Rain, because that song is kind of long, probably 7 minutes. And there's a section where it just zones out in a drone. It's a really cool song if you've never heard it. I found it was on the radio maybe 6-7 years ago on 88.5 XPN in Philadelphia. But it's a really cool song. I don't know if I probably wrote this before I heard that song, but now that I play this song, I just think of that atmosphere of that song. So I guess I'll stop here. I might have to edit this a little bit more than usual because I was struggling to get through the bridge. Or maybe I'll keep it raw and just show you what I'm going through here. I'll keep it raw and unfiltered so you see my process, at least in making this video series. And when I do this for my Substack page, I'll link the Pink Floyd song that probably everyone's heard, the We Don't Need No Thought Control, because I do like the children's choir stuff. I'll link the Carl Blau song, Falling Rain. I think that's what it's called. The only song, when I think of nuclear war, the first song that popped in my head was Peter Tosh. He's got a song about nuclear war. I remember buying his album vinyl at an estate sale one day. It's called something Nuclear War. It was pretty cool. I like Peter Tosh. And I think that's all I'll link. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of Rolling Stones, too, of Wild Horses. I forget how it goes, but it kind of has that same relaxed atmosphere. I forget the first chord. Yeah, that's it. It's somewhat similar chords I've used, so I'll link Rolling Stones, Wild Horses, and it's kind of weird that I was thinking about doing that song for my musical DNA, so I'll probably end up doing that now because it's kind of showing a song like Wild Horses, which is probably my favorite Rolling Stones song. It does affect my songwriting because maybe this was kind of guiding me to write baseball on the radio. 'Cause I used to play the song all the time because I really like the chords and the pacing of it. I think that's how we play it. I'm not even sure. But yeah, I'll link Rolling Stones. That's probably a song everyone's heard by now anyway. But there's a cool cover by Mazzy Star. I'm sure there's a ton of covers of that song. And I think that's all. If you go to my Substack page, I'll write an article about this song and the inspirations behind it. I'll link the Carl Blau song, Peter Tosh, Pink Floyd, and Rolling Stones, and anything else I could think of with it. Maybe something else will hit me with the children's choir. And I guess that's it. I'll probably do my musical DNA later today. And that'll be my cover of Wild Horses if I can get it together. So that's it. Hopefully you can get a sense of this song, and this album is kind of ready to go because I've worked on it so many times. Of course there's going to be little parts that I don't quite get yet, like the transition to the bridge from the chorus. Those are things I'll have to tweak and work out later, but for the most part, I would say this entire album of 12 songs is kind of done. I could kind of do this whole album just with my acoustic and see how it came out, but right now I'm not doing that at this point. If I was going to record this album professionally, yeah, I hear it with different like things I spoke about today, with the whistling and different instruments and a children's choir possibility. I hear all these other things, but you could perform these songs with just my simple voice and acoustic accompaniment. And I was just reminded now, even the Rolling Stones, Satisfaction, right? They use a children's choir too. So maybe Rolling Stones, even though I'm not the biggest Rolling Stones guy, I don't know their stuff completely, but maybe they were influencing this song more than anybody. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's it. Go listen to some music, and hopefully this song, the way I performed it, could at least give you an idea of what it could become in the future. Alright, I just finished up my initial video for baseball on the radio. I started messing around with how to play the transition from the chorus to the bridge part, and I just wanted to put this in a separate video to mostly so I don't forget it later down the road, and also just to show you my process. It's segmented like this. I wasn't able to come up with this while I was recording the first video, but I came up with something later. So I'll play it really quickly. This is the part that goes, they lit a fire, shot through the sky, colder than any winter could desire. They lit a fire, they lit a fire. I don't know if I'll be able to sing it and play it at the same time, so that's how the vocals go for the bridge part. So you would end the chorus that second time through. Kind of think you're going into a peaceful bridge section. Now that's like the false ending, going into the riff. Practice this more, but this is mainly so I don't forget how this goes because I think it sounds pretty cool. I was struggling to find a transition from the chorus to that part. So after you play the chorus, you go into the transition. You can even get shoegazy here. Basically, that's how it would go. It's tough to come with transitions when you're going through radical tempo and mood shifts. It is kind of a radical mood swing of this song, so it's kind of difficult for me to go into it as naturally as possible. But I think this kind of works. Who knows if I actually get to record this song? Who knows where it will go at that point? Because I don't have experience with studio production and stuff like that. But I think it's a cool structure and it's a cool fake ending or false ending to kind of make the song interesting. And yeah, like I said, the theme of the song fits the composition I'm trying to create. At least I think so. Where you're going through your daily routine, la 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 la, and then oh shit, a nuclear bomb, and then your mind starts going bonkers. So you get the point, hopefully, of what I'm trying to do there. I wanted to do this now so I don't forget because I have like 400 plus songs to do for this series. I'm only on maybe 14. So I'm only doing one a week right now because I'm doing other stuff on the side, writing books and doing other stuff, doing art projects and doing other stuff besides the music. If I keep at this pace, it'll take a while to get every song done in this style. But it's also cool because these will be the blueprints when I go record these songs, or if I can do it myself one day. I could go back to these videos and be like, oh, okay, that's what I did there. That's why I want to record all this stuff, because when I did this 15 years ago, when I first came up with this song, I had it on just the digital recorder, not the video. So at least now I can see what I'm doing. It'll make it easier for me to play this song in the future, I guess. So that's it. I just wanted to add this short little part of that transition part. So hopefully I'll remember this, or the reason I'm doing this is so I won't have to remember it. I could just watch this and easily teach myself how to do it again. So that's it. Hopefully, if anyone made it this far, this is another way to show how my composition process works, because somebody said this to me the first video I made, which was Rancid. What was it called? The Rancid song, Olympia. Hanging out with Laws down on 6th Street. Somebody said that it's different when you're on camera and when you're off camera. So I was able to compose this right after I stopped the video. Sometimes it's easier, your brain relaxes because you know you're not being recorded, and you can come up with something at that point. But that's it. This is more for my reference, but it also shows my songwriting process.